Oh, I don't know if this is going or not. Well, it looks like it is. All right. So, I first of all am not swinging from the mailbox. Mrs. K finally got off work about 3 minutes till 7 this morning. Got home, set it up, set an alarm, thought I would wake up. I didn't wake up. I just woke up. I woke up because I got a text and asking if I had power because some of you know the power did go out last night a few times. Um, just really a rough night. And her not getting off work until, um, yeah. Anyway, um, then I guess because the power went out, I go to start the stream and it won't start. It says I don't have a stream key. So I had to jump back over to get me a stream key. Yeah, just make sure I got audio. Do it the Doug Betts way, which I missed today. Hopefully that was pretty good. This is not going to be very long. It's probably going to be very, very, very bad. Worse than normal. I don't even have coffee. I literally have just gotten up. So let's get started here. I'll drop her off this afternoon here in about an hour. Come home and take a long nap. Oh, I apologize. Sorry about yawning. I'm just going to go ahead and put up a new one. Kind of review here. When you open this up, you have to have start a project. It's always going to be untitled. Then you go in here, or I go in here and I change the settings locally. These are local settings. I change it to 30 frames per second. And then that's all I change. I want my canvas at 1920 by 1080. So I hit save. The coffee is brewing. No, Tony, you're fine. I did set an alarm. I just don't remember the alarm going off. Um, I mean, when you get home 7:15, you want to be up to watch something at noon. I hopefully it was a good show that Doug did. I'll watch it later, like Sunday. So anyway, back to the issue at hand. It always defaults to me to for some reason down to here, which is the cut page. So I make sure I put it on the edit page. And now while we're here, you have your media right here. You can get your media from here as well. Right click, import media. It's the same thing as if you're in your edit page right here. Then you go to media pool. It's the same thing. It's just down here. It's the whole doggone thing now. So the cut page, I know absolutely nothing about except you can get media here. We'll grab this one and we'll grab this one. I think I can do this. We'll grab two of these. Yeah, those two are highlighted. The basic computering. Hold the control key down and we'll go ahead and grab another one. So now I got three, and you can drag them or hit open. So it's going to put them in there. And then when you drag these down on the cut page, it looks like that. And I have never ever, and don't know that I ever will use the cut page. And this is true of all media. If I were to get rid of these, just again basic computering, hold the left key down, highlight, red box comes up, backspace, you'll see it automatically. Timeline still stays, but it goes there because now it can't find it. Highlight that, Get rid of that. Delete the selected time. Yeah, sure. So now I'm going to go grab a video, which will be an MP4. Oh, excuse me. I'm just going to grab an MP4. I'm not going to obviously grab a bona fide movie. I grabbed this one because this is from my stream. I can't get copyrighted from my own stream. Bring it down here. And again, it's the same thing. So it looks like you're just able, this is your full video right here. This is frame by frame right here. That's what it looks like to me anyway. If I grab the playhead right here, that's a 0, 0, 0. You can tell right here. If I move the playhead, we'll go 1 second. Well, I would have thought, yeah, that's a quarter of a second. And then I don't know, can I grab this or not? Yeah, that's 2 seconds. So it's not actually in seconds. I don't know if you can adjust this or not. But anyway, same principle. You can do that, get rid of it. So then we're going to go to the next tab, which is your edit tab, which is where I do everything that I do practically. So we'll go ahead and get media again. We'll grab same video clip. We'll bring it down here. It's a different format. We'll bring it over here. And you guys know from there you can do all kind of things. So this one I actually need to get rid of a bunch of stuff, so I'll just do that today. That'll be today's lesson. So we'll come back to here. Then you have Fusion. It brings, if you have something in Fusion, it'll bring your media. And you have 2 screens. You have your preview or your source, and you have your final when it's finished. And to see that, you connect the 2 nodes. These are called nodes. These are all their different type of nodes up here. I could do an entire week on that alone. Basically, to make anything happen, you have to have a merge node, which is this one. If I make a background, put it over here, it's going to be black. Come over here, connect that to that. Now it overrides this, and you'll see, because we had already merged this, it created another merge node automatically when I did this. And a good example of how that would work is, instead of using a background, we'll add a text. We'll get rid of this one. We'll get rid of that one. We'll connect. So we have our original document. And you can put anything you want here. I can put the text here if I want, just by pressing the number 1, or I can hit this button to make it on both. And then right now it's showing as being transparent, which is really interesting. Oh, because there's nothing there. So if I were to put text there, it's there. And then you can simply grab the output, put it in the input, and it should show up over here. If you hit this number 2 or type that, and it does, but the picture's gone, so you're wondering where the picture go. So am I actually. So we'll add a, yes. So when the text gets put to a merge, and the merge gets put over that. Now you can see it because let's make the size a little bit bigger. Make sure we're on our text. Bring the size way up so you can see, because now it's merged. This is saying take whatever this is, merge it with whatever this is, and put it there. And you can do this over and over. I think you can do this right here. And then you can do this right here. And then you can do this right here. And in each instance of this, if I grab the size, you can see the original. We kind of touched on this a little bit yesterday. And then if we move it, you're just moving around one of the copies. That's all you're doing. And you can change this like this. So that's pretty cool. I don't think I can get a copy. If I do, that'll be interesting. I don't believe that I can. It's me. It's mine. I basically, well, YouTube owns it, but I'm going to try something here. I'm going to get rid of those. Yeah, see, it automatically, when you do it that way, puts the merge in there, and then you don't need all this. And it's somewhat transparent. Come back over here to the edit page, then it's there. So I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to get rid of this. I don't really need it. I'm going to cheat. And back to that. Then you have your color page. This is where this gets really fun and interesting. And I'm just touching on this. I got to check the time. Mrs. K just came in and asked me, did I want coffee? And of course I want coffee. For God's sakes, woman. So how this works is, come up here to search. Well, no, I take that back. You have all these filters. You can bring this down here, and it's just an effect. This is a box, and you can pardon me. You can go in here now, connect your I don't know about a blur, honestly. You connect this to this, and you play it, and it should be blurred. I don't know. No, apparently not. So I've not messed around with this yet. Probably won't. How I use this is I cheat, go to the search, type in the word surface for surface tracker, bring it down here and apply it directly over the box. You can put the box on top of the box, or you can put it out here. It does the same thing. And then if I connect this to this, now I can go in here and let's just say at, and I'm just going to pick a point right here. Let's just say I wanted to put something. This is basically how I did this in this anyway. I'm going to go to my bounds. I'm going to pick a point. 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 And then I'm going to take this point because I can tell it's crooked. I'm going to eyeball it. Even though that's off the screen, I know it's about right there. And I'm going to grab this one, and it looks like it goes about right there. And then I'm going to grab this one, and it goes about right there. Maybe, I don't know, I'm too tired. So there. So that's bounds number one. So we're just going to do the one, okay? So my bounds are there. I want to see what the mesh is. There's my mesh. This is all the points that this is going to find when this tracks this video. And I'm going to go to track. You can track it forward. You can track it forward one frame, or you can track it forward then reverse, which is what I that's what I taught myself to do. So that's the only thing I really know. So I'm going to hit that, and it's going to track. It's going to play the video, and it's going to track. From that point, I'm going to enjoy a little bit of coffee while it's doing that. This may be a bad example for me to use as a tutorial because this is rather in-depth and rather lengthy, 8%. So I'll go catch up on chat. I'll do the DB thing here. Let me go catch up on chat. Yes, coffee first, foremost. No, first this morning was, this afternoon when I woke up, was I took my medications. Lawn dog be here. I be watching. I think he always says I be here, I is here, or something like that. So anyway, um, Chris Garrett just sent a message on um, someone that's going to be doing something later this afternoon. Good point. Very good point. I don't know what Ebonics is. I apologize for my lack of knowledge. What is Ebonics? I have no idea. I would say it's too early in the morning. You guys can't tell it, but I haven't even brushed my hair yet this morning. I literally seen the message and went, oh, got up, got dressed, took my meds, and went from there. Now you'll see there's some wonkiness going on in the background here. This didn't stay down here, so I'm not sure how that's going to affect that. Because the other day when there was some wonkiness, and it actually turned out all right. Um, okay, cool. Got an explanation as to what that is. To do the other three, you just do the same thing. You go into the bounds, you add a second bound point, and you do the same thing. You just mark it out. It would take forever to track this whole thing forward. And it is tracking it. It is actually moving, I think, I hope. Again, I'm tired. As if picking her up at what's supposed to be 6 o'clock is bad enough. When it turns into 7 o'clock, that's worse. And then just the power outages last night, and yes, that's plural, power outages. Um, you guys got to be sure to join tonight. I will explain to you what was up with the Fire Stick. You're gonna die laughing, because I fixed that. The people that run the service have no clue what they're doing, and I've said that for a while now. It gives you a few hours to contemplate what you think the solution might have been. So once this is done, it'll verify this, I believe. It goes through two phases of this. I know that one phase is a little quicker than the other. And again, I apologize. I should have maybe not done something so elaborate. Awkward silence. Should use the awkward silence. In fact, that's what I'll use is awkward silence. Let's see how that works. So 94%. It'll get there. Good to see Robert, Tony Wallow, Jeff Ryman, Speedy C, Long Dog, and Wintermute. And then it goes back, and this part should go relatively quick, I think, except now I see at the top it's doing the same thing. It's getting wonky, so I'm going to go ahead and let this run, and then I'll figure out what I did later. I won't do it while I'm streaming, obviously. I think it has something to do with the mesh points. I've seen this before, and I've actually gotten it to where it stays there. Oh, you know what it is? I know what it is. It's tracking It's tracking the scrolling. It's not tracking the movement of the dancing girls. It's actually tracking the scroll. And now you'll notice it's going backwards. Went forward. Now it's going backwards. Yeah, I'll rest this afternoon, Tony. I'm up. I can't. If I go back to bed now, she's going to be late to work at 2 o'clock. Net. I just can't do that. So I'll be up. I'll be fine. I'll end this in a little bit. And then get on with my normal, usually what are my morning activities, um, which are email, Doug, me, set something up for later, take her to work, and then go from there. Um, this afternoon, or this afternoon, or this afternoon, whichever one of those ways you want to describe that, it's going to be real simple. Take Mrs. K to work, come home, set an alarm, take a nap. And if my doggone phone would work, I would mute the phone. If I thought the doggone um, alarm would work while it was muted, I would mute it. But I know that it won't, so I can't. And I'm supposed to call somebody at 3 o'clock. Sorry, Josh, probably not calling at 3. We'll see. Very highly doubtful, though. I kind of was looking forward to the all night last night um, for Davinci Resolve, because I really was going to start a second stream and just kind of mess around with some things. And we figured the Zoom group figured out the mailbox ink thing that I showed last night with Josh and Alex, and that was fun. We actually collaborated it. Went and, hey, we like that picture. We like that picture. Let's add some animation to it, or movement, whatever you want to call it. I guess technically it's animation. And then got it looking really good one time, and then my idiot butt, I wanted to go from a square to a circle, and when I did, it threw, instead of the face being here, the face was here. You could just see half of Josh. I thought, no problem, I'll just slide the face back over. Well, I couldn't remember how to do that, and it was just horrible. And then I finally did, and you can look down here at the bottom, not change the subject, you can see what's going on. This is all this up here. So this is really going to be interesting when this is done. I'm really wanting to see this through. If I was doing this for me, and this is going to be a Doug Betts overtime, everybody. We're at 23 minutes. All right. Doug would be so proud. If I was doing this for me, I'd have canceled this a long time ago. Do I do a lot of save file? Oh yeah, gosh, yes. Yeah. I'll address that question on Monday. I have too many files, and I thought about deleting some of them, but then I thought, no, I'll hold on to them just for educational purposes for myself only, in case that, okay, it worked here, but it didn't work here. What's the difference between, part A and part B, or whatever, part one, part two? I have files and files and files and then some files. Yes, come on, you know me. I just recently had to buy a new 16 terabyte drive to throw my data on, because I had 13 different external hard drives, which were internal hard drives using through a docking machine that had duplicates of duplicates of duplicates of duplicates. All right, there, it's done. So this looks really weird. It's gonna, when it starts, it's gonna start there. So we're gonna take it back to the point where we want it to start, which is right there, basically. So in order to do this, you have to do two things. You have to have something you want to put in this place. In this case, we'll go grab media. We'll go to my D drive. We'll go to Davinci. We'll go to, I don't know, let's go to logos. So there's just a sample of what I do. What is there? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. There's 25 of those. I'm going to grab, let's see here. It doesn't really matter. Let's grab this one. Don't remember what it looks like. So then we know we drag this down here. So now we want to connect this to this. But you can't do that because if I take this output and put it on the input here, it does that. Even if I alpha this out, I'm pretty sure it's still not going to work. It doesn't. So we're going to get rid of that. We're going to get rid of that. We're going to reconnect this. That's got to be connected. I don't know why. We're going to right click here and we're going to add an OFX input. And you'll notice when I do that, another green node pops up. Now when I take my output and put my output in there, the output shows up exactly where we want. And you'll notice it still has the mesh on what it was. That is fine. We'll go to result. And that looks pretty good. Right now that looks really good. What I want to do is I want to go to overlay placement, go to reference. Now this big white box is actually this box right here. So you grab a corner and you corner pin it just like you did before on where you want it. And you'll see, if you think, oh, I'll just move that and that'll find that. Well, yeah, it sort of kind of does, but you can see the wonkiness of there. So you got to get back to your corner pin, and then you have to grab it anywhere, put it anywhere you want, corner pin it again, and you can see the awkward silence is starting to show up, but it's really small and you're not going to be able to see what it is. So now it's done. I don't think alpha will get rid of the black. It doesn't, because this isn't designed to do that. This is not set up to be transparent. So I'm good. Oh wow, that looks pretty good. I like that. So we will close all this. Don't need that. I'm going to go to the edit page thinking, oh, this is perfect. Look at that. Wonderful. I'll put this back to the beginning and you'll see what's going to happen because of the wonkiness of the track.
59 minutes already.
You will see it does this.
Prepared.
Let me go to the restroom before this starts.
He's also probably upset with me because I wouldn't answer. I was busy talking to Ken and busy talking to my customers on the phone, and I wouldn't answer his calls every.
Well, you really couldn't. You really can't when you're got customers and other people you're talking to.
And I'm going to give some shout outs real quick. Tony, thank you as always for being here. Chris Garrett, Mike Paradin, Photo Mix Media, Logan KL. I got to do some soul searching on that. I remember a Logan, but I don't remember Logan KL. Thank you guys for being here. I will see you tomorrow night as soon as this thing hits where it's going to here in a minute.
Does anybody else have to use the bath?
So this is where I want to trim this from. When I get around to it, I want to trim this at the 1 minute 6 second mark. But I'm going to go back in here to the color page, and all I'm going to do is disconnect this. Once it's blue, you can disconnect it. Then I'm going to Control Z the holy camole out of this, so this never happened. If I was going to do this for real, I would go in there and I would get rid of this in the original one, retract the points of the video, which in this case it's not a video, this is actually a still picture, but I tracked a video. So you can track a video on something, but it's just, as you can see, it's horribly hell. So I believe, and I'm going to wrap this up, to correct this, all I really have to do is go back into here, go back into bounds, delete the bounds, and they're gone. Now I should not have any bounds in there whatsoever. It's just that simple to fix. Okay, it's like it never happened. I'm not going to take the time to do it now because I'm already in the overtime and it's 1:15. But if I wanted to do this, if I was going to do this for real, I would actually go to the beginning of the video. I would figure out how to track in here somehow. So again, bounds, I want to corner pin it. I'm just doing this a different way. It's still corner pin, but you notice I went 1, 2, 3, 4. And now to get this to be right, you literally have to grab the order of which you did it and re-corner pin it. So now that's fine. I'm going to track it. I'll check the mesh. I want to do the mesh to uniform grid. Oh wow, that's pretty cool. So go back to bounds, go delete the bounds, go to add the bounds. We'll do it the way you're supposed to do it. Go to mesh. Difference between uniform grid and automatic. There's automatic. It's quite a few. I have found, especially with shirts and hats and whatnot, if I use this, it's better. And you can increase your number of points that it's going to track. So I'm going to go with 19. That looks all right. I'm going to real quickly start the track forward to back. And I'm going to see what happens here real quick. Gives me an opportunity to get some more coffee. Lawn Dog, I am using a Logitech mouse keyboard combination. I think it was a 270. I think. I don't really remember. I bought it when I made the computer back in July of last year. So I'm going to let that run a little bit. I'll let it get up to about 10%. Still going to be the same results. Do I know what the term DPI means? No, I have no clue what DPI means. Digital, no clue. Oh, dots per inch. Okay. Nope. So I'm going to stop that there because now it's starting to get wonky because now it's tracking that. So we'll cancel that. We'll go grab, again, the mode. We've already got this hooked up. We'll just go alpha to alpha. We'll go back. We'll go to our results. And there's the result. Pretty simple. But again, I don't want it to happen. So I just am curious now. If I delete the bounds, it's like it never happened. So that'll wrap up today. Went a little longer than I thought, actually. Actually, it went a little better than I thought. 34 minutes. Yeah, I'm into Doug Betts territory now. Oh, I'm sorry. DB territory now. And then the cool thing about this is, and this will kind of answer a question that was asked earlier. If I go up here and save this, I'll save as, I can rename it, or I can hit, because it's untitled, if I hit save, it'll ask me for a title, and I'll make up some weird title pertaining to what I'm doing. But in this case, I'm not saving this because I don't need it actually. We go to Project Manager. I'm going to close this. I guess I can't close that. I guess that would be number 2. I was going to show you guys all the. You asked me about, do I have things? I have things. Believe me, I have things. I mean, we start out. This is the first one. This is take 2. Take 2B. Yes, it's horribly. It's terrible. So I'm not going to save this. That's per inch when you agree. It actually probably would be a good thing for me, especially when you get into some of these finer, like in here, when you want to go 1 frame. Okay, I do it this way. I go 1. I use the mouse or the button on the keyboard. But if I had a mouse where I could do it, and I'm actually getting pretty good. I'm not going to do it today, but over here, I can actually track with the mouse pretty good. Like if I wanted to track just this door right here, I'm getting real good about doing that. Or if I wanted to track just these right here, I could actually do that. I was surprised at how easy that was for me to do, because I figured, oh gosh, I have problems doing a square, let alone a circle. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I'm wondering, does the end stream work? We'll see. Yep, it works. Thank you, gentlemen. Wintermute, Tony Wallow, Robert, Long Dog. See if I missed anybody. Speedy C. Thank you all for being here. I apologize for being late. Parker Morris was here earlier today. Somehow I missed him until I'm scrolling back to see who was here. So, yeah. Monday morning, right after Doug, will be another Daily Davinci, and it will be on time because Mrs. K has Sunday off and I won't oversleep. I'm going to let this play. I would go back and show you something, but it would start the whole process over. I don't want to do that. Oh, one thing I did notice, the power made me lose the stream keys and what Doug and I had set up. So I'll deal with that later. Bye, guys. Thank you. See you tonight. Maybe see some of you on carry if I'm awake. Not going to be awake.